Well, what's happening, people? United Central here, back with another video. We are here, New Year's Eve match preview. We're here with the stupendous panel. You know what I mean? We've got Mad Red United, we've got STATBAINS. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? We're trying to change the words now. You know what I mean? As we go through 2021.
Hey, new year, new vocabulary for Saeed.
That's it, mate. He's making his own dictionary. That's it. He's got his own new
That's
book.
it, man. That is it, man. But as you guys enjoy this video, you get me. Make sure you do smash a like on the video, subscribe to United Central, and share the video, guys. But I'm just gonna let you go, guys, and set you how's this year been. I'll start with you, Statman. How's 2020 been for you, man?
Right, I can't really complain. I think for everyone it's been difficult, but like as I said, like the people who made this channel, like people wanted this. Like, I'm just grateful for this year, innit? It's over now. Let's just move on.
You know what, man? You've been a key feature this year, man. The stats, you know what I mean, the comparisons, you know what I'm trying to say, man. Yeah, you've been big up, man. Big up what you've done and that, you know what I mean?
You're nearly on 30k now. You're going to continue to grow this year.
Yeah, man, that is it, man. I think that's the goal now, you know what I mean? I think we just got to keep working hard, keep producing content, and you know what, man? I'll push for like, 30, 50k, man, and hopefully I can do this full time, man. But less than me, Adam, how are you, mate? Are you okay?
Yeah, mate. I'll be glad to see the back of this year. I'll be honest, mate. It's been difficult. Yeah. Obviously, I've got my businesses, which I can't even describe it or begin to break down how difficult it is. I think everyone who is self-employed or owns a business will know exactly how difficult it's been. And trying to balance that while trying to keep upbeat with football content, doing your channel. I mean, we know them days over the first lockdown were a slog, mate, weren't they? Working, It really was. It was just hard work, and you just kept going. We kept going, and now we're through the other side of it. Hopefully, looking forward for 2021, and I'll be able to speak to you in person, mate, outside the ground, because I think it's been a year since I've seen you.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Like, we've just been virtual kind of talking. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's been crazy, man. It's been crazy. We got a super chat already here. Jerome T. Green, shout out to you. Always contribute to the channel. I think we people that underestimated Villa, they pose a big threat. Disciplined and tidy, a great midfield. Listen, we're going to dissect into all, man. Jeremy Green. Absolutely, man. This is no means easy 3 points for me. And I feel like they'll be very, very, what's it called? A tidy outfit. Statman Bay's only fan I see wearing a zebra kit. Fair play.
It's actually a nice kit, I'm telling you. Yeah. It's going on me.
You reckon?
Trust me.
I don't know, It's all right, It's all right to look at. It's all right. I don't know if I'd wear it, though.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I was like, nah, this is horrible. But now, like, as soon as I saw it with the full kit and the plays and stuff, it actually looks all right.
All right, fair enough. But, guys... as you join this video, please smash a like on the video. As Mustafa here says, you get me, smash a like on the video. You know what? Let's start with the video by saying, let's look at the year. Give me your highs and lows of the year. I'll start with you, Adam. Give me your highs of the year, then give me your lows of the year. Or depends which one you want to go for first. And then also the chat as well. Let me know in the chat as well. Your highs and lows of the year.
Hey, it all started out really well, didn't it? We got Bruno in, who changed the face of this football club and changed how we play football with one signing. The positivity that man brought to the football club, brilliant. So you're looking at 2020 starting off. It looked brilliant, mate. We brought Bruno Fernandes. We're playing great football. We smashed City. And you know what? It was all looking rosy, mate. But the downside of it has to have been the actual COVID itself and what we've lost and what has actually gone down this year, mate. If you count up, even away from COVID, the amount of former legends that the footballing world has lost this year, mate, on its own. I mean, there's been some major celebrities, actors and actresses and so on, but in the footballing world, what we've lost this year, mate, it has just been everything accumulated into 1 year of absolute. Oh, it's been a nightmare, mate. It really has. And that has to be the downside, really. We've all come together as a nation, battled through, in the world, to be honest, battled through this. Do you know what I mean? Now it looks like we're going to be able to provide a lot of the rest of the world with this vaccine. So, we've got to big up ourselves and the people making these vaccines and doing what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? The Oxford University. Do you know what I mean, mate? And we look like we're the benchmark in terms of the vaccine. We haven't really coped with it as well as some other countries have, but you know what? As a world, country, nation, whichever way you want to do it, we've come together and stuck to it. It's brought us together as a nation. And against all odds, looks like we may have a couple of tough months ahead of us now, but the light is there at the end of the tunnel, mate. And you know what? We've managed to survive it. So you could say that the downside of it has brought out another good side of it in terms of what we're actually going to, how we're going to look at life after this as well. So yeah, it's all in all, it's been a whirlwind, an absolute whirlwind, ups and downs. But he said, a few more hours, mate. We're in 21, and hopefully 21 means title 21 for us as well, mate.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Statman, what's been your highs and your lows, mate?
I think from a United point of view, that game against City in March, when you won 2-0, I think it was. That largest goal that
Beautiful.
I think that was just massive. I think for the low, the Champions League, like, come on, like, we needed 1 point from our last 2 games, and we didn't get that 1 point, and it's just so frustrating, especially when you look at that campaign. We started off with 6 points, beating Leipzig and PSG, and then we lost against Istanbul, PSG, Leipzig. We just bottled it completely.
You could say, Dave, we needed 4 points from 4 games after the first 2, couldn't you? That would have done us, wouldn't it? Near enough. We would have been through when we got what? What did we get? 3, was it? 3 points.
Yeah. 3 points, yeah.
3 points from 4 games.
I think for me, the highs were the City game. Absolutely, mate. You know what I mean? I was there, mate. That
was the last time we was at a game, mate.
Basically, last time was at a game, mate. You know, Anna says here, highs if Fred improving, Martial goal scoring, Ollie as manager, losing Poch and obviously COVID, going at Champions League. My low, mate. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I think for me, my low was Burnley. Burnley 2-0. We got beat by Burnley, and we just got absolutely dominated. Honestly, mate, that's what I felt. Low as hell, man. I felt where was the club going? I kind of lost faith in everything. I seen the Burnley fans, celebrating and whatnot. Honestly, man, you should have seen them how they were celebrating, mate. I did a match reaction in the stadium. Normally, I go outside or something like that, but I was in the stadium, match reaction. I heard like Burnley screaming, and I just thought to myself, "Where are we going?" And yeah, but that's probably my low and highs. Zayan Miasi is already coming in. I think Arsenal have had a kind of a low all year, mate, apart from winning the FA Cup, mate. But he goes,
Zayn was on my watch along the other day. Credit to him. Came in as it was 0-0 and Arsenal had won, but then we scored in the last minute. I didn't see you, Zayn, mate. You just disappeared, mate. So hopefully you're doing all right, pal. Anyway.
You know what I mean? High beating you, low Spurs. I would have thought that he would have said FA Cup.
Listen, we're the biggest club in the world, isn't it? That's what we care about.
Yeah. Signing Bruno Fernandes, low was getting out of the Champions League. Wasn't a Newcastle away low fee, so it probably was, mate. It probably was. Hopefully they get relegated side. Absolutely, mate. Hopefully Burnley get relegated, mate. It's
new
one of
owners,
them, mate.
New owners.
What's that? Sorry.
New owners for Burnley today, mate. It's been announced.
I know. They're going forward, mate. You know what I mean? You won't be seeing Westwood and Cork in the midfield. I'll tell you that next year, mate.
I'll tell you what, mate. By the end of Sean Dyche, that money will destroy that man.
I can't lie. I think everyone wants him to go though. Like the football that Burnley plays is not good.
But you know what though? The grass is green on the side.
The man plays 2 up front. I see that.
Yeah.
Who plays 4-4-2 in the modern day?
It works for him somehow. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, but let's start with the bit of topical news. Cavani is out now for 3 games. I'll start with you, Statman. Is it a big blow for you, or are you thinking, you know what, go to you go into Anfield at least, a Burnley game that you got Cavani? But is it a big blow for you? Because at the end of the day, that's one player that you're thinking, you could have had, off the bench, quality when you need that much, like you see it against Everton, just got us out of the game, didn't he?
I think the biggest thing about that is we got a lot of games coming up right now, especially with the Burnley game being rearranged. We need these players fit. Like Cavani right now, like Martial's not in the best of form. You could argue like we need Cavani. No matter what, even if it's from the bench, we need Cavani. and now he's out for the 3 games, which I think, I'll be honest, I think he's deserved. I know he probably didn't mean it in a racist way, but I think the FA kind of went down that route where it's like no matter anything like discriminatory, is there for a 3-game ban. So yeah, we'll see. But luckily, we like the players that we have still. We still got Martial, Rashford, Greenwood. Even like Dan James has been decent. Pogba's played that wide at times. Like we still got depth.
Absolutely, man. Zaya Miasa here says we're getting Rodgers 150 million budget in the summer. Grealish up on Mercado to side with Diego Costa. Bloody hell, mate. Zane, do you play FIFA a lot, mate? Do you play FIFA a lot?
Zane just woke up then with his head in a bowl of cornflakes. That's what he just
did. Listen, it's unbelievable. Look at Cavani's new post now. What's he said now? He's probably apologising. I'll quickly put it up now.
He's already apologised once he realised it. So
yeah, of course,
it's the way it goes, and it was very similar to the Bernardo Silva and Mendy one, wasn't it? With City, it's like there's no malice in it, but you know what I mean. There are obviously you just got to be careful with the stature that you've got for what you say and what you actually like on social media. Part of it.
He said inconvenient. He's put inconvenient post. He's wrote, I do not want to extend much in this uncomfortable moment for me. I want to share with you that I accept the disciplinary action, knowing I'm foreign to the English language customs, but I do not share the point of view. I apologize if I offended with someone of the expression of affection towards a friend. Nothing further in my intention. Those who know me know that my effort to always be the simplest joy and friendship. I appreciate the countless expressions of support and affection. My heart is at peace because I know I always express myself with affection, a lot of affections here, according to the culture and the way of life. I send you a sincere hug. What do you make of that, Adam? He definitely looks like he's apologized. It's a different culture. You know, I think you've got to be careful nowadays on what you say and how things are perceived and whatnot. It's similar to my language, you know what I mean? Like sometimes, in my kind of native language, there's certain things where if you put it into an English language, mate, it just it can be out of context.
Spin it, mate. You can spin it 180 and say that that's the English being very discriminative against the Uruguayan and South American language. It's like the English way or the highway. The only thing they've got on top is that we're in England and in this country that is. Obviously, it's not the right thing to say. It's not looked on exactly the same way as it is in another country, but you are living in this and abiding by our rules right now, which everyone has to do who comes to this country. It's one of them. It's unfortunate. He knows what he meant by it, and as long as he knows what he meant by it and he accepts the punishment and that he has to learn, then there you go. That's it. He's put to bed for me, and he misses 3 games. If it were 3 games I wanted him to miss, it's probably these 3, to be honest. There's only one of them's the Premier League. FA Cup against Watford, not worried about that. City, are they going to have any players fit? I think it's probably the right time to actually not have him for that one. And then he's fit for the Burnley and most importantly, for the Liverpool games, where I do feel that with Liverpool's defence, he could really hurt Liverpool and the young centre-backs that are in place there. I think he could definitely come back fit and firing because he will be fit and ready to go for them 2 league games. So if there was a time, I'd probably pick it now. The fact that the cup games have taken away the harshness of how many games he's got, and we're not losing him for many in the Premier League, I think is going to suit us a bit better. But again, he's always going to be a miss in the games he's not here because, do you know what I mean? He's one of them strikers, a world-class striker who win you a game out of nothing on his own. Didn't play well against Wolves, but do you know what? No one played well against Wolves. We won the game at the end of the day. We were just happy to get away with that one. But Statman said it, a lot of games, mate. The Burnley one thrown in. Luckily, he's coming back for that. And maybe a Greenwood or a Martial will be rested and he comes in for that. And it works well for us in the end because I think Greenwood's got enough in him to start some games now. Martial, Statman nailed it. His contributions have been okay. He has had a lot of link-up play, a few assists, but he needs to start bucking up on the goal front now because Rashford apparently isn't playing well. He's got 14 already. So, you know what? He just needs to up. In front of goal, he's had a few chances and messed up. Maybe this will concentrate his mind now and think, right, I've got 3 games here. let me try and step forward, step up, and show that I can be the number 9 again, like I was the end of last season. So it may work right in our favour. I'm just throwing that positive spin on it there. It's time for Martial to step up.
Oh wait, just touching on something here. The person that said why didn't Bernardo and Dele Alli get the same ban? I think the 3-game ban about the discriminatory thing was added this season. So I think that's like the new precedent.
Yeah,
that every player gets the 3-game ban.
Okay, and apparently he's broken one like part of the rules. But I think Cavani, you know what I mean. I think he probably knew that was going to get a ban. I think we all probably knew he was going to get a ban.
Knew. We accepted it, didn't we?
We accepted it. You know what I mean. We're just lucky we got a good squad, mate. You know what I mean. Still, Igalo's just about there. I think does he go at New Year's Day? What's going on with him, Igalo? Is he still there? Is he?
He goes at some point in January. I don't know what date though.
Well, hopefully he's still there. You know what I mean? In case we get a lot of injuries, mate, we've still got Igalo off the bench. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't. I'd just let him. I'd get him on the plane now, mate. He's not played all season. He's not going to give anything to us, I don't think. Greenwood and Martial, like we said, step up. Statman said it. You got Massa, you got James, you got Pogba, you got Donny.
We got Diallo coming back as well now.
Yeah, you got Diallo coming in.
When's he back?
He's in now, January, innit? As soon as we hit January, he's got his passport now, so whenever they can fly him in at the soonest date, it's if he goes into the 23s or the first team. I think that's the only question, isn't it?
Okay. 15th of January, it could be out, apparently, so we'll see
with that one. Just gets back.
Yeah, exactly. What do you make of Igalo's tenure, by the way, just before we kind of move on? What do you make of his tenure? 1 year, he started off all right. I remember Derby, mate, he scored 2 goals. We were there, weren't we?
Yeah. We were there, mate.
We thought, bloody hell, mate, what a player we've got.
Mate, let's not forget his contribution in that City game. How he held that ball up when he came on and relieved the pressure. He was quality, mate. But in the end, I don't know what has Ollie fallen out with him because we just don't see him, mate. There's a few players who Ollie's been brutal with recently, isn't there? And the likes of Lingard, Igalo. It's just like, yeah, you're just not playing. Simple as. He's just not playing, are you? I don't mind it, but again, he's not really got in the way of the progress of other players. So you got to say,
that goal
what he did do. What he did do, he was all right.
Yeah, Statman, you're going to miss Igalo. Is he going to be one of them people where he says a flop, or do you think he was just one of them people that came in right time and he left at the right time?
Yeah, it looks. I think he should have been gone in the summer, but sorry, was it Statman? I missed that.
No.
Sorry, I'm butting in. Sorry.
I think I know Igalo's getting a lot of stick, but I do think like Martial's hold-up play has improved. He's kind of you could argue he's learned that from Igalo, because Igalo in January when he came, Martial post-January his form was better, his hold-up play was better. So I do give credit. Maybe Igalo on the pitch hasn't been great, but obviously the experience that is coming, he might have helped someone like Martial. So you know what, like
absolutely,
it wasn't a great signing, but there's still some positives to take.
Yeah, absolutely. It wasn't the worst, was it? It wasn't the end of the world. It weren't a Sanchez, was it? I mean, come on.
No, well, listen, Sanchez, mate, bloody hell.
I think that signing was a panic signing during the January transfer window because I think Rashford and Pogba was out. So it's kind of like we got lucky that we had a lockdown and stuff. Like, obviously, not a good situation, but like in terms of United, all our players were back then. That's why we saw less of Igalo and stuff.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah. We've got over 300 people here watching. So please smash a like on the video. It's New Year's Eve. So come on, guys. Be grateful and smash a like on the video.
Right, being a party, people. Smash the like.
Yeah, right. Being a party, man. I don't know what you're having there, Adam. You know what I mean? Have you got some tea there?
I've just drank it. It's gone. I'm ready to go and crack the beers, mate.
Stop, man. What are you having? You know what I mean? You're that age you can have it?
He's healthy, man. He's finishing off how he means to carry on.
Yeah, exactly.
Another thing about this Villa game here, hopefully, we know Jack Grealish, he loves to drink. Listen, Jack, hopefully he's drinking a bit today. Tomorrow just lets us off.
You know what, mate? They give him every chance, didn't they? We're putting us at the 8 o'clock kickoff for him to get sobered up. And
I know, exactly. We got Rahul. We got Rohan Chahoon saying, opinions on Lingard's 1 year extension. They've triggered it. Don't ask me why. You know what I mean? Just to show you what football club is that, mate.
It's to get money. That's it. Bit of value out of him. I mean, when was the last time he played? When did he start a game? Was it Leicester?
Was it? No, I think
he came on off the bench, didn't it? He came on off the bench, didn't it? Was it Lask then?
I think it might be Norwich, actually.
Yeah, 3-4 months ago now, was that then? Yeah, it's purely down to maybe get a bit of value for him. But like someone said to me earlier on Twitter, they said, yeah, we've still got to pay millions that he's going to cost us in wages for the year. But I think there's a chance he may go in January somewhere, mate. Do you know what? Send him down to Rooney at Derby. Been there before. Let him help Wazza out down there.
Would that be better though to kind of send him out on loan? You know what I mean? And
of course
get his experience out. You know what I mean?
He's not going to play, mate. He's not going to play. We know now, don't we? It's quite clear. Ollie's got his feet under the table. We know who his players are, and we know the ones who are definitely not going to play, mate. I mean, we were talking about Donny the other day, mate, about he's going to get in at Christmas time. If Donny can't get in at Christmas, what chance has Lingard got? Lingard's behind Mata and James. See you later, Jesse. Sorry, mate. Thanks for your service.
What you think
you are not going to get a game this season. You're not going to start unless we have a catastrophe of injuries. That's it. Thanks for the service. You give us some great memories with some brilliant goals. But right now, we're looking forward. Jesse's not part of the plan, is he? He's a Manchester lad. I'm sorry, but that only goes and gets you so far. Right now, we're looking at bigger things.
It's greedy from the club as well. Like, there was no point in keeping Jesse. You just let him go out and enjoy his football game. Like, we did the same thing with Romero in the summer. What's the point of that?
Just shows us where we're at right now. People like Fosu Mensah rejected contracts, you know.
Why are we even offering the guy a contract?
How are we offering him? That's the biggest question for me. You know, like...
Do we know what he was offered? Do we know what he was offered?
I don't know what he was offered. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know people... I think it's a 3-year contract. 3-year contract, I think it was. I'm sure it was. Yeah, I'm sure it was a 3-year contract. Let me check.
And the thing is that we've got Brandon Williams, who we gave a new contract who can play right back as well. Yeah. So what's the point of keeping Fosu Mensah?
Yeah,
he's done nothing at United. Even his loans.
And if rumours be true, they're
3.5 years.
3.5 years. But if rumours be true and they are going in for someone like Max Aarons, then what is the point? Do you know what I mean?
This is it. 3-year contract, and it's 23 as well. Honestly, it's time to go, mate. I think he's had his time. When I thought he was outside, when he came, under Van Gaal, I thought, bloody hell, everyone was talking about him being like the future centre back. Do you know what I mean? Like someone says, hey, what's happened to Dalot too? He can't even get to the AC Milan squad. You know what I mean? And they, I know they're doing all right this season, but bloody hell, you can't get to that squad. What chance have you got?
Like Europa League games and stuff.
Yeah, man.
With Fosu Mensah, it's kind of like Axel. Axel at least has gone to Villa and has shown a bit or something. Fosu Mensah has gone to Fulham. He went to Palace, and he's still pathetic, like in the nicest possible way. He hasn't shown anything.
It's absolutely crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy, and that leads us on to the game, man. Aston Villa, we are 3 points behind Liverpool. 3 points. Win that game, we go a level on points, barring goal difference. The title of the video is must stay focused. Do you think the players will be focused, Statman? I mean, Adam, will he be focused?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt then again. I'm just, like I said, I'm looking at it going, Liverpool 1 goal in 2 games they've scored, and they've had all the hitters out. And they've got Southampton coming up. Could we really, if we are focused enough, be going into that Liverpool game top of the league? That's why you got to look at it, mate, because Aston Villa, Burnley, Villa is no easy game. There's no easy game in this Premier League. So anyone who thinks we're being a bit optimistic and not giving enough respect to the opposition, there's none of that. This whole league, I'm scared of every single team and what they can do. Because look at West Brom. Man, these guys drew with Chelsea, drew with City, drew with Liverpool. We scraped 1-0 past them, and they're rock bottom, mate. But just about above Sheffield United, who've got 2 points. It's crazy football, mate. And then they go and get beat 5-0 by Leeds. We beat Leeds 6-2, but we can only put 1 past West Brom. So, no, I've got respect for every single team in this league. It's the Premier League. It's why it's the most popular league in the world and why the money is at this league with the sponsors, because everyone wants to watch it. Because you go to Spain, you know what's happening. You go to Germany, you know what's happening. France, exactly the same. It's boring football. And at the end of the day, you look at the Premier League and you go, big game this weekend. big game this weekend. So that answers the question side, mate. If they're not focused, they don't deserve it. Simple as, because every single game this season now, from the start, we would have known when we absolutely smashed it home every single week. Says it all, mate, doesn't it? Says it all. So for me, stay focused, 100%. I think Ollie's getting into the Reds now. He's actually talking a good game rather than the excuse game, which is biggest thing for me. We knew what was coming against Leeds. He got them up and ready for it. We won it. He had a major, major hurdle against Wolves. Against Wolves, mate, we know. And I said this at the start of this Wolves game. I said, I'm going to sit back. I'm going to try and stay calm. I didn't. I was losing my head, as I always do. But I knew what was coming, mate. Ollie's biggest challenge. We know how much Wolves stink the place up. Credit to them Wolves fans for accepting that standard of football, because it's diabolical. The only problem we've got, Ollie has got no idea how to play it. And we got away with it. But we've always done that same thing against Wolves, mate. You know what? It was a hurdle. We got over it. We busted kneecaps, scraped our shin getting over that hurdle, mate. But it's out the way now. Forget Wolves. I can move on. That was my biggest fear. That game was my biggest worry. The Wolves won. And Villa, they're going to come at us. I think they'll play into our hands, I'll be honest. I don't see them sitting back with the type of players they've got. I really don't. And focus, 100%, mate. I think we're clued in. I think we're switched on right now. I think we're the one team in the league who is consistent, because, 6 wins in the last 8? It's going back to the last international break, our run in the league. So I don't think complacency is going to kick in now. And I'm hoping that Cavani news is just going to switch the players that we're a bit worried about, in like Greenwood and Martial, on even more. So I feel like we're in the perfect position right now. We really are. I think United, I think we'll be still within a similar sort of situation when it comes to it. With Liverpool, I think we'll be right there. We'll be one game away, one victory away from them. But like we've always said, as long as we're in the mix and as long as we're fighting with them, then that's all we want. We've got a chance. We've got as good a chance as anyone. And I'm watching the way Liverpool are playing at the moment. Like I said, 1 goal in the last 2 games against some absolute dross football teams who are at the pits right now. I mean, I'm looking at it going, yeah, this is definitely a possibility now. So I think United will be more switched on, knowing that Liverpool are starting to buckle a little bit. So it's all on us, mate, I think. It's in our hands, mate. When's the title ever been in our hands this season? It's in our hands.
The thing is, we're playing first. We can put the pressure on. I think we're 4th. I think
absolutely. We've got Zayam Yasser here saying, I would love Nuno at Arsenal. Adam, are you relying on brilliance rather than players? You know what? Let's ask you that question, Adam, because you see it probably different to me, and I want to get your opinion on that before I come to you, STATBAINS. Is it brilliance? Is it a bit of both? Is it, because a lot of people don't want to hear, saying that, I do believe there is tactics there, but I just don't believe it's consistent enough to kind of mount a kind of a challenge, for the league.
I knew yesterday, and to back what Zane said there, I understand what he's saying, but I knew yesterday from Ollie's body language, he didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to do. I could tell.
I've seen that. A lot of people didn't say that, but I seen that. He looked very, very like, wow, what do I do here? How do I change the game? Because he left one substitution to kind of dry. He didn't put on Van der Beek.
This is it.
Thinking,
This is it, mate. This is what I knew it was coming. It's a part of his managerial and his coaching that he has to learn tactic-wise. But I am seeing improvement from him. So as long as I'm seeing improvement, and it's not just stale, and he's talking a bit better as well now, you see. And even then, even after the Leicester game, I wasn't too downbeat, because I thought, you know what? Second against third, we've gone head to head with Leicester. We've not been great, but at the end of the day, we should have won the game. So I'm coming away from that thinking, I'm disappointed we haven't beat Leicester. And I can accept that. That used to be the norm. That used to be the norm. Only because results have been crap before did everyone think that's the old United. Let's get it all year now because it's United doing United things again. But you know what? That's what we was always about.
You froze there.
I don't know if my internet's gone out there then, but yeah. Probably my cue. I think he's a bit of both, like you said, Saeed, mate. There, he's still learning, but he is. And the biggest one for me was the fact that he knew what that Leeds game meant to the United fans, and he set them players out to go from the first whistle. It's the first time I've seen us do that in a long time, but he knew what was coming, and he matched, and Statman will back me up on this, he matched Leeds' overall running distances and effort on that game for the amount of miles that they put in. And Leeds are the top of the... I'm sure Leeds are up there at the highest level of energy and the amount of miles put in. And he matched them.
We'll get clipped up, mate. You know what I mean? If we talk about Leeds.
And I'm seeing improvements in little bits in the league. Do you know what I mean? So I can't really moan, but our individual players will always bail us out. But you don't win the league unless you've got brilliant individual players, mate. Simple as that.
Absolutely. Statman, what are you seeing for this game? What's your kind of thoughts about this game? Have you got anything about Aston Villa, the way they play? Aggressive McGinn, you know, I mean, they got that Brazilian kid in there. What kind of game are you seeing this game? You know, Grealish in there. What are you seeing for this game, mate?
I'll be honest, I'm actually quite nervous for this game because Villa, third best away record in the league right now. They've conceded 3 goals away from home. That's one of the best in the league.
Cheers, Statman.
8 clean sheets. Emiliano Martinez has been a brilliant signing.
You know what is it? Sorry to cut you off. That's the one I'm scared about. Emilio Martinez, mate. He's. You know what? How have Arsenal let this guy go? He's like a Romero, isn't he? He's probably. You know what? Is he better than Romero?
Yeah.
Could argue. And I'll put that to the comments. Is Emilio Martinez probably better than Romero? And you know what, mate? He's one of them. Sorry, Statman, but he's another player. I'm thinking that Martinez, mate. He's always saving them, man. And I think they've got Mings at the back. You know, they've got a solid team. You know, they've got Cash at right back. You know, they've got... Listen, it's going to be a tough game.
Did Mings avoid us for his suspension for his red card?
He had one game, didn't he? He had one game red card. So what kind of game are you seeing, Statman, man? Or are you gone?
Well, I don't know what you said. My internet's like... My audio's doing the mad thing again. But I think, like, just touching on Villa, Ollie Watkins has got 6 goals this season. El Ghazi, I think, has got 4 goal contributions in the last 4 games or 3 games. Bertrand Traore's got 3 in his last 4. Jack Grealish, I think, has the 7th most goal contributions in the Premier League. Everything's clicking right now for Villa. I think they're unbeaten in the last 5. It's going to be a very tough game. And the thing is,
what you see that's their strengths? What's their strengths?
What, Villa?
Yeah.
See, it depends because, like, right now their wingers are balling out. Ollie Watkins has been one of the most unluckiest players. I think he's missed 10 big chances this season. I think he's missed the 2nd or 3rd most big chances in the Premier League. So I think if he starts clicking, he's a massive threat. He can hold the ball up as well. Like I think I was listening to Gabby Abomo talking with Rants today. He said that this guy presses and works very hard. And we know Maguire, and especially Maguire, is not the greatest on the ball. If Ollie Watkins can get that press right, troubles for United.
Absolutely. We've got Lee Gunner in the chat. Big up Lee Gunner. He goes, our best keeper plays for Villa. And he goes, pandemic Pep out in 2021. The rats will multiply. Big up Lee Gunner, man. Go check out his channel, man. You get me? He's doing big things over there. Go check out him out. You know what I mean? We've got over 500 people live in this chat, man. Go, please like the video, guys. Be appreciated and whatnot. And yeah, man. So, Adam, I'll put the question to you. Like, when I look at Villa, man, I look at them, I think, how on earth are they so different from last year? Because they more or less have the same players, apart from Watkins. You know, these are more or less the same players.
Thing is, mate, what they did, was very, very clever. They took the pressure off Grealish by bringing in the likes of Watkins and Barkley. McGinn's fit now for a season. Let's not forget.
He was McGinn out last season, wasn't he?
For a long time.
Yeah.
And what they've done, I think I've mentioned this before, and I've said this is what United maybe need to do. We can't get a defender. Let's get a defensive coach in, because they have to shut up shop. They have the odd little meltdown here and there, but their defence has been immense since they've come back from the first lockdown. I think they were shipping goals left, right and centre. I think the worst defeat was us. I think when they shipped 3 when we came back.
Yeah,
but other than that,
we were very fortunate in that game.
Yeah, I think they had
1 goal in the last 5, and that was Chelsea.
That's it. It's exactly it. So my worry for them is that lockdown at the back. That's exactly what it is for them. Since they've come back, they've done exactly that. They've just shut that defence out. They brought in the goalkeeper, like you said. Martinez has been brilliant for him. And like Mings has took it to another level for him. He's took hold of the mantle there, and he's commanding that back line. And it looks like it's organised. That's what it does. And then when you move forward, you've got the balance of McGinn, Barkley, Grealish, and then Watkins. They just bought well, mate. And like you said, I've not even mentioned the wingers coming into it there then. So they've got a lot of players all playing decent at the same time, which is always a bonus. I think we're at pretty much same sort of stages, except our levels should be higher than theirs. I think we should just pip it out of our sheer sort of, I would say, just having the better players going forward and being a bit more clinical, which we have been. I think we'll just about beat them. I think it'll be a reasonably open game as well, because, like I said, I don't see them sitting, because I think they are confident in their back line doing the job already in terms of defending, which gives the freedom of McGinn to link up with the Barclays and the Grealishes. Watkins just feeds off the wingers when need to. They've got a good balance, and that's what I fear about, is they all know what they're doing. There's no one there's no rebels in there. Everyone is on side, and everyone is well into what the manager is doing. And it's always a sign. That's always a good sign for a team, and that's why they are where they are. It's not one individual bailing them out every week. Like Statman says there, they'll show everyone is contributing. Everyone's contributing. So that's the ultimate fear. When you're going up against a team, when you've got threats from all over the pitch, very similar to us, then all bodes well for a good game, but definitely have to be switched on, like you said. And like Statman said, it's not an easy game. None of us are thinking this is an easy game, because we've seen what Villa have done to some big teams this season. So, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be another nail biter, though.
And I think Villa, I don't think they've lost against like the traditional top six. They beat Liverpool. They drew against Chelsea. I don't know. Like, if we count Arsenal, they're beating Arsenal. So it's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, they smashed Arsenal. Sorry, Lee, but they smashed you up, mate. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, man. We got nearly 600 people live in the video, guys. Please smash a like on the video. Big up Lee for coming up on the on the chat and whatnot. You know what? Yeah, we always do this. Yeah, we're gonna go through the defense, midfield, and then attack. Defense at the minute. We got the guy in form right now. Bailly is unbelievable, Adam, mate. You know what, mate? If he could stay fit, man, how could it have been so different over the years, mate? You're looking at Mourinho's era. You know what I mean? Even to this era, only the first year. How different could it have been, mate, if we had Bailly fit, mate? The way he covers the ground, the way he intercepts play, the way he is very, very quick, aggressive. He's got everything as a defender. You as a defender in your day, how good is he, mate?
I say sometimes he's overly confident. Even when he shouldn't be confident, he is, which is, you could say, a good sign, but that gets him in trouble on that occasion. What he needs is consistency in terms of game time, because he makes most of his big mistakes when he first comes back in. We've seen it against Spurs. He has these absolute rash moments where you're thinking, what the hell is going on? But you know that guy will run through brick walls for you. And that's the thing. He's an aggressive defender. He's quick, and he can play and sweep and can be the exact thing that Maguire needs alongside him. Like you said, Mourinho brought him for a reason. He knew what capabilities and what was good about Bayer. Unfortunately, you said it there, mate. The only thing that stopped him is his injuries. First time I think I've seen him play 3 games in a row in a long time.
I know.
And you know what? 2 of them games have been clean sheets, against Everton recently and against Wolves the other day. And you know what? A lot of people had him as man of the match in both of them games. So it goes to show he's looking more and more composed with games, but he needs games to see the best out of him. He does need games, and that's the thing with him. He's only rash when he first comes back, and people always pick up on it all the time. But when he gets a run of games and he gets stable, and he'll start to work alongside Harry Maguire, then I think he's a massive, massive plus. If he can stay fit for the rest of the season, I feel a lot more confident in our defence. I really do. I think the confidence will breed, but it's that injury, mate. It's that one crazy tackle away from just being out for the rest of the season, isn't it? Because, you know, when he goes down, it's never a little, he's only going to be out for a week. It's always like a month and a half, 2 months in it. Every time he goes down, it's
and
a
then
bad
it's
one.
like, and then it's like 2 or 3 games, or even maybe 5 games until he has to like properly, fully function. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's kind of
that's it.
crazy. And you know where Statman, you know when you look at his
Wait, just
stats,
quickly touching on Bailly's last 14 games, 11 wins and 9 clean sheets.
There you go.
wow,
That's the
wow.
impact. He
How
just
good is
needs
he
to
in
stay
terms of centre
fit.
back? His numbers. How good is his numbers?
I think like with defenders, it's kind of hard to say numbers because it depends like your playing style. Like Harry Maguire, we saw last year had some of the best numbers, but like with defenders, kind of like if you're an aggressive defender, your interception tackles are going to be quite high. So it's quite hard to
Yeah.
gel with defenders. But like clean sheets, 9 clean sheets in the last 14, incredible. And I think with Bailly, we saw it perfectly when Adama Traore was through. He covered Harry Maguire quite well. I think it was Adama Traore. He covered Harry Maguire quite well, and then he just like shifted across. With Lindelof can't do that in the nicest possible way. Like he just can't. So Bailly and Maguire do.
Is that the best partnership for you then? Is that the one where you're thinking, right, going forward for the rest of the season? Or are you worried that, you know what? If you play them too much, like Bailly, if you play him too much, he is susceptible to injuries. You know, it's a fine line, isn't it? They complement each other, like Prem Prodigy says here, but are you risking it a lot though to kind of, you know, sometimes he is a bit rash. You know, sometimes you probably need a calm Lindelof, or you say no. You know what? Play them two all the time.
I think by tomorrow you have to play him. I think after that, I think we've got City. I think it is.
Yeah.
Then that's the game that you play Maguire and Axel. Because I don't think by like that would be 5 games in 2 weeks. It's a massive risk.
What
are you saying there? Would you start Bailly from now on, Adam, or are you thinking take it step by step?
No, I would keep Bailly in. I wouldn't play him for the FA Cup game. I'd rest him then, or possibly the City game. I'll be keeping him in for the league games, mate, where it matters. That's what I would be looking at. You've got a chance to now with the 2 cup games coming and splitting the league games up. But it's like I was saying before regarding Lindelof, people have been praising Lindelof, but Lindelof is very good individually for his own stats and his own self. But what you've got to look at as a full defence, does that fit into the rest of the defence? Does Lindelof playing well on his own? Because we can all bring up stats. Oh, he made so many more interceptions than what Maguire did. But it's the combination of a defence which makes it important. Does that defender complement the other one? So if you look at an individual stats compared to the whole game, which was De Gea hardly having to make a certain save. I mean, yeah, he had to make a few saves against Wolves, but all routine saves. And you never felt threatened. Second half, he had hardly anything to do. And that's because the defence was working as a unit. So I don't look at Lindelof saying, yeah, he's played better than Maguire. I mean, well, how come they're not playing good together? How come he's not reading it like Statman says then? How come Lindelof's not reading the situation with Maguire, whereas Bailly's read that and has already got himself across in the position to counteract it? So that's what you got to look at. Maybe if you've got a combative, very, very attack-minded defender like Bailly, does that breed confidence in your other players and your other men in that defence? And that's what I look at as a whole defence unit. I may say he may be a brilliant defender, but is he the best for a partnership? And then I'll go, right, okay, I want 2 players playing well rather than one standing out completely. That's how I look at it, because guarantee Maguire will always play better with Bailly next to him. 100%. And we've seen it. We've seen it in the games, guys, haven't we? So I look at it and go, like Statman said there, Bailly complements Maguire, and Lindelof is good on his own, but there's no one at this football club, I think, works with Lindelof as a 2 or in a system. He's looked best when he's been in a 3, and we know that doesn't suit us all completely in general anyway. So, no, right now you go with what works, and I bring the goalkeeper into that as well. You know what I mean? I bring the goalkeeper into that. He's part of that defence, and if that needs changing, it needs changing. De Gea, for me, did nothing wrong at all against Wolves. He was rock solid, did what he had to do. And you know what? If the goalkeeper prefers the way that defender plays, then it makes them a lot more confidence. It works right the way across the back 5, mate, including the keeper. It has to be a combination, not an individual player performance. And that is what Bailly brings, because he can play the sweeper style that Maguire can't, and Lindelof can't play that sweeper style. He's exactly the same player as Maguire. There's 2 of them. And you know what, mate? It doesn't work. You need one different to the other. Bruce Pallister, it's Stam Johnson, it's Vidic and Ferdinand, mate. We've seen it. The test of time has stated that this works. Bailly, Maguire, totally different players, but it works better as a unit. Hopefully, I'm touching wood now. That still works again against Aston Villa.
Exactly.
Just touching on the Bailly recklessness thing, yeah, I think it's kind of like Kurt Zouma. Kurt Zouma was quite reckless last year. This year, Thiago Silva right next to him.
Calm him down, yeah. Absolutely.
I think that's what maybe Bailly needs.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. You know, we've got 600 people live in this chat right now. Make sure you smash a like on the video, guys. To get me. Thanks for all the support on New Year's Eve. We are rolling into New Year's Eve right now. You get me? Not long to go until we are in the 1st of January 2021, and hopefully it brings us many, many more successes. Let's go into the midfield. Obviously, we had Matic in there. You know, I mean, we had today. I gave Ricky. Ricky gave me a he gave me a little tutorial, mate, on Matic. You know, I start with you first, you know, because obviously you look at the game and see that. Did you see that the Ricky tutorial that he did?
I didn't.
But basically, he's saying how vital Matic is. What's your best midfield two, and what would you go for in this kind of game against Villa, who have that beginning? They're very, very aggressive. Are you going to go for the McFred? You know, a lot of energy in there. You know, that box to box kind of style, or?
I think I kind of hear what Ricky's saying about Matic, because I'm pretty sure post lockdown we haven't lost a game with Matic and Pogba in the double pivot. So if Ricky's looking at those numbers, like, they back him up quite well. But I think tomorrow Ollie will go with Fred and McTominay. I don't like, he normally changes it. We see Pogba Matic one day and then it's the Fred and McTominay next day. And I think with Villa's energy, Jack Grealish's mobility in the midfield, I do think Fred's mobility is going to help. Scott McTominay's mobility is going to help. Would I play them? The answer is no. I would probably, for me, you still have to play Pogba. Pogba on the ball against that press is going to be helpful. But you know Ollie's not going to do that.
And that's a problem. You know what I mean? I think it's definitely resting him for a reason, Adam, hasn't it? You know what I mean? Them two there, giving them a rest. Are you seeing that energy in there, the kind of explosiveness? Or do you still go with Pogba in there? Matt Issue gave you a solid foundation and we kept it tight. We kept it disciplined. We played that 4-2-3-1 kind of very, very well. I seen it in on I think there was an aerial cam where
yeah, I saw that. That was quite good.
Yeah, that's quite good. You know what I mean? Like, is that what you're looking for? What were you going for, mate? You know what I mean? In terms of that midfield kind of battle.
I think Matic had his best game in ages against Wolves.
Yep.
I thought he was on song, so it's no reason, no surprise. Sorry that Ricky's picking that one out, because honestly, I think that one and the Everton game, he's been decent. He has been decent, but he isn't massively and the most important player to us. He's probably, I agree, the only holding midfield player that we've got, the proper holding midfield player. Yeah. But he can't play consistently for me. That's the problem with Matic. He hasn't got the consistency week in, week out. So for that, it has to be someone else. And I'm looking at it, yeah, he works well alongside Pogba because he can literally just offload that ball to Pogba. If you're playing the Matic and he's offloading the ball to a Fred or a McTominay, it doesn't work. It doesn't work because they haven't got the capabilities to do something with the ball. So he's always got his outlet. He's always got his outlet of Pogba there. Like Statman says, he's just better on the ball from a high press. And it just gives him that extra bit of cover. But I look at it and go, I think Pogba plays with one of the others in that team, I think, against Villa. I agree with Dave. I don't think it'll happen. But I think Pogba definitely for his ball retention, and he was crap against Wolves, I'm not going to lie. He was poor. Probably the worst I've seen him in a few weeks. But, and again, who else was great in that game? No one was pulling up trees.
No.
We've seen how every team is struggling at the moment. No one's playing fantastic. So I look at it and go, the energy, I think I can see Scott McTominay and Fred coming straight back into the team. I really can, because they're fresh. They didn't come on. Scott came on with about half a minute to go. But again, freshness in midfield is vital to our forward line, I think. And the transition, I think, will be quicker. It's whether or not you can trust Fred and McTominay to actually create that opportunity. Whereas Pogba, he's going to see it straight away. Against Leeds, it was easy for him. And like I said before, Fred and McTominay have to play to their highest level all the time to be good enough. Whereas a Bruno, probably a Pogba, can have an average game and still be at the same level. That's how I see it. I just don't think they're as good quality-wise, but they do a job for us. It's a shame that they only really play well when them two are playing together. It's crazy how it always is. With them two, they always have the best game when they're together. So I can totally see both of them coming straight back in. But against Leicester, who was organised and had better quality, we've seen the frailties of Fred and Scott McTominay. Until Pogba came on, we looked like we didn't have any ideas going through midfield. So he's still got that balancing act to try and figure out. Can you rely on Pogba to be completely consistent? That's the big one. Because against Wolves, like we said, not good enough. And Leicester, when he came on, best player on the pitch. I hope that when it balances itself out the season, there's not games on top of games on top of games, we'll see the best of it. But right now, it could be anything, simply because we're looking for people who are fit and who are a lot fresher. Because simply, you just having some players in your team that are a bit fitter, a bit fresher, and a bit more rested can make a massive difference at this time of year. A massive difference. So I can totally see Fred and Scott coming. McFred's coming back, mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think like with Villa's threat, with Villa's threat to counter attack, I think the mobility in the midfield just to break that counter. Yeah. Let's be honest, Matic is not the most mobile. Pogba's not the most mobile. No. So like I can see Ollie thinking if he plays Fred and McTominay.
When the pressure's on and it's end to end, Matic is not the man you need in your team.
No, and it will be. I think it will be tomorrow. I think it will be a lot end to end.
Man you need in your team. We've seen it. I see Matic go hiding. There's a comic clip of Maguire in the semi-final against Chelsea when he's running around in circles, and Matic is stood at the side of him, just offering nothing at all. It's like, I don't want to get involved. When the going gets tough, I've got an issue with Matic, but I know that's not his game. That's about the manager picking the right balance and having the right setup. But is this game going to be blood and thunder? I don't know. It could be, but then we're looking at the amount of games that teams have played. Who's fit enough? Who's fresher? You just don't know, do you? But I agree with Statman there. I do think the energy and just the simple fact that Fred and McTominay have had a game off means that they're coming straight back in.
Absolutely. We've got still over 600 people, guys. Please smash a like. Let's get to 350 likes. We're gonna go to forward now. Statman, there's a lot of criticism for Greenwood at the minute. Martial, I think Rashford's doing well because I feel like for him, he's getting into the space. He's doing a lot of risk taking. He can run into the space. I don't think Greenwood does that a lot. Martial does a lot of hold up play. Well, why is it so different for Martial and Greenwood than it is for Rashford? What can you make of that one, bro?
I think my audio is going again. Like, just ask Adam first.
Yeah, what do you make of that, Adam? And why is it so different for Rashford than it is for Martial and Greenwood? Because Greenwood's not on form at the minute. You know what I mean?
I've literally been defending Rashford's corner recently because people are still calling him Trashford. The guy's got 8 assists and 14 goals or something this season. It's like, shut up. You know, that proof is in the pudding. You may play crap all game, but if you're scoring a winner, which has put us second in the league, then you kind of have to just take a step back and go, all right, yeah, fair enough. As long as he's doing it where it matters. That's how you judged as a striker. Martial, because he did so well last year, I think he's getting more stick this year because he hasn't been on it goal-scoring wise. And let's be honest, mate, he's had some chances this season, Martial, and he has wasted them. And they're gilt-edged chances as well. He had one against Wolves on the edge of the box, which went into Rose's head again the other day. I think Rashford is direct and scarily direct. It can work and it can't work. He goes for it. It works or it doesn't. Simple as. Absolutely simple as with him. Whereas I think Martial is more cautious and holds the ball, looks after the ball better. I thought Greenwood was our best forward against Wolves until he was brought off, mate. He was the one who looked like he was doing more. Rashford, I was calling for Rashford to be taken off. I thought Greenwood should have stayed on. Shows how much I know. Ollie left Rashford on because he thought that one chance may come and Rashford is the man of the moment. lucky deflection, but like you said, Said, mate, you have to be in the positions and you have to be in and around that area to get that opportunity. One time it's going to go in. Luckily, it went in for him on that one. But I feel like the fan base is on top of Martial because we paid for him. We paid money for him, whereas the other two we didn't.
Well, free, yeah, exactly. I think that will always be the burden, wouldn't it?
That's it. And I do feel it's because he set a new level last season. He's holed up and he's finishing. He's 23 goals, and you'd expect that to be a minimum this season. He's got nowhere near it. Thing is with Rashford, mate, he's only 8 goals away from his tally from last season.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I know we're not halfway through, are we, mate? So Rashford's there. He's gone more than what he did last season. Martial hasn't yet. He's had a few assists. Goal contributions are good. But because he's not scoring goals, and we've seen him as a number 9 last season, I think that's why the fan base has sort of come down on him a little bit more. And Greenwood, I don't understand that one at all. From what the kid's gone through, his age, everything that's going on, I don't think he's been playing horrendous. I just think he's at that stage now where teams have sort of figured out what he's doing. Yeah. And he's at that stage now where he has to learn to the next level. He's just at that crossroads right now. I can still see the quality.
I feel for him at a minute.
Do you with Mason? I kind of think like with Ollie, like sometimes he's playing well, but when the game's not going well, he's always the easy target to take off the kick.
I know, and I've said that all the time, mate. Mason. But you know what it is? I've not got nothing against Rashford against Leicester, but I thought he was in and out of the game, Rashford. Even the game against, I think it was another game where you thought, would you take off Rashford first? But it's always Greenwood. And I feel like for me, it'll always be his option because he's still 19, he's still young, he's still, someone that can, you don't have to explain to him. But I just felt like for me, Mason Greenwood's doing a lot off the ball, linking people into play. And I just thought for me...
He created a big chance for that Bruno chance as well. Yeah, against Wolves.
Yeah, exactly. He made that big chance. I think he did another one. Was it Man City game or was it Man City game where he made a chance, or was it a different game where he made a good, very, very good cross? I just feel like for me, it's a bit harsher than Greenwood at the minute. I really do. I feel for him, and it's gonna be like you said, Adam. It's a crossroads, mate. Because it's like you can suffer, or you can rise up. And he's had a tough year. One of his friends has died through suicide. So, it's different. When you see the likes of Saka and they're explosive and they're just going out there, freedom, expression, Greenwood's have to do a lot off the ball, which is it his style? I'm not sure, man.
But you know what? Says, I do think Mason...
feel like Mason isn't playing well. He's not a right mid. Well, I don't know.
Saying that, I do think Mason, outside of 15-yard box, has improved massively. That's just my opinion. I think the goals have dried up. I think he's missed 3 big chances this season. That's more than last season already. So maybe in front of goal, he's just not that. It's kind of like Martial. He hasn't got that goal yet. That just kick him on kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe the FA Cup might help him. The FA Cup, you know what I mean? Maybe that could help him or whatnot.
And the thing is, we're playing a 19-year-old against these are important games now. There was a period where Ollie's job was on the line. Now we're in a title race. These games mean a lot. It's a lot for a young kid.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna do a combined 11. Everyone likes to do a combined 11 every week, so we'll just we'll help us that one. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be a tough one. This one, we have to be a bit balanced, keeper wise. And guys, you can join in for this combined 11.
Not even a debate. It's not even a debate. Emiliano Martinez this season. I think his save percentage is something like 76% or something. De Gea is in the 50s.
Jeez, man. Adam, what are you saying?
8 clean sheets as well, the most in the league.
Wow. It depends. This always the thing with me. It's like individual stats. I'm just like, forget him. I'm like, what's he doing for my defense? That's how I look at it. Just my defender look on it. Because if I've got a goalkeeper who's making loads of saves, then I'm not doing my job. So, I can go with it. Because I'm really torn on my defence at the moment. It's a bit up in the air. I've got nothing settled defence. So I can go with Martinez because he has, and like I said, they're keeping more clean sheets than anyone. So something's going right in it, Joe. So it's, I'm happy. I'll go with that.
Yeah. We'll go with a 4-3-3, by the way. I think that's probably easiest to go like that. Let's go right back. Johnny Cash or Wan-Bissaka?
Matty Cash. That's it.
Matty Cash
has been better this season.
I think
Cash has been better. He's been quality, Cash. It looks like a mini Grealish, with the hairdo, but I think Cash has been very, very good. He's been solid for them, man.
Did you say Johnny Cash, Said?
Yeah, I said
he did.
King of Fire.
Oh my
I love it.
God.
I love it. You had to get one in, didn't you, before the end of the year, mate?
I had to, man. I had to.
I love it.
Cash or we'll say Wan-Bissaka.
I just think Cash has been playing better, so you can't argue with it, can you? Really? I mean, we love Wan-Bissaka, but you got to look at the season. He's just fitting in better, and he's defending better. So
I think
they bought him from Nottingham Forest. Like the step up, he's made it look easy. He's got 2 assists as well, 2.8.
Big credit to it.
More than 5 tackles and interceptions per game. Insane stuff for a right back.
Yeah, you know what? Is he English, by the way?
Yeah.
You know what, mate? England have got good right backs, I tell you that, mate. You know what I mean? It's abundance of right backs. Someone said, Saeed, you comedian, don't change. Listen, man, we won't change, man. Don't worry. Let's go with centre backs. You know what? That centre back they've got here, I think is it French or something like that? He's very, very solid, I think we might have to give them the defence, because Mings and what's his name, man? Other guy, what's his name? The other guy? Conte, yeah. They've been solid.
Yeah,
are we saying that? Are we disagreeing? We're putting a Bailly in there, or should we go for Bailly Consa? What should we go for?
See, it's a weird one because their defenders are not better than our defenders, but as a unit, they're defending better.
Yeah,
so it's quite hard.
That man's taking my lines away now. He's taking my. You see, it's the combination, mate. That is what makes a team, innit? It's exactly what it is. If Mings and Consa are working a lot better together and are keeping clean sheets, then you would say good. And then you look at the save percentage of Martinez. It's like, or has that keeper just kept him in so many games because they've been average? It's how you look. Because we used to look at De Gea as the best, and no one looked how crap our defence was. But we had Smalling and Jones in front of him when De Gea was the best keeper in the world. So, is it right? I mean, let's be honest, guys.
Yeah,
our defence has not been great. It's just about getting some credit now. But let's be honest, it hasn't been fantastic. So we're the worst defence in the top 12 in the league, I think, aren't we, in terms of conceded goals in the league? So
we'll say Costa Mills then. We'll say Conza Mills. Yeah, go with that one.
I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna have an issue with that.
No, we haven't got an issue with that. Yeah, man, get the likes up, guys. Let's get 400 likes, people. Let's go left back. What do you want to go for left back?
Might target Luke Shaw because I don't think Tellez has played enough.
Yeah, he's not playing enough, and I feel sorry for Tellez at a minute. You know what I mean? He's just getting hooked off left, right, centre. I think there'll be another player that will just like I
think Shaw was all right against Wolves.
Yeah, he was. He was
solid enough.
Yeah. I think Shaw, in the nicest possible way, Shaw's massively improved from last season. Like he's actually looked half decent. I think going forward, he's looked a lot better. So I can't lie. Like, I know people are saying it's quite even in the comments between Shaw and Target.
It is quite even, to be fair. Everyone's saying Target's very
good. Averages. Let's just throw a United player in there before we completely.
Before it's a bloody Aston Villa XL. Let's go with the midfield. You know what? This is a difficult one. In the DM role, Douglas Luiz or Fred?
See, this is a tough one. I don't know if it's my United bias, but I'll say Fred still.
Yeah, I'm going to say Fred, I think Douglas Luiz, I don't know why City have sold him, mate. Is he still on loan or has he sold him?
I think they sold him.
Wow, man. Listen.
And this is where United are going to take over now, because the other two for me are going to be Pogba and Bruno.
15 million.
Over McGinn?
Yeah.
Pogba over McGinn this season?
Yeah, I'm going Pogba over McGinn. Pogba's not being played enough. McGinn's only playing because there's no one else. But I know what Pogba can do in a game. Yeah. I remember what Pogba did to Villa last season. So I like McGinn, but I can't put him in ahead of Pogba in terms of his quality.
Listen, I love Pogba, but I've got to see how it is, man. You know what, McGinn, mate? What a player! He's so energetic. He's like the lifeline for Southampton, mate. If they don't have him, mate, you see what happened to last season. I don't know.
He's a good player.
What are you saying?
We'll let
Statman decide then.
Why do you think all the pressure on me? Like, it's a tough one.
No, because I said McGinn. He said Pogba. We leave it to you.
Pogba is the better player. But John McGinn this season, I think he's got 4 assists. He's got a goal.
We're doing it on form. We're doing it on form.
I don't know. Like, the people in the comments might kill me, but like, I'll probably say John McGinn just because he's played more. But it's a tough one.
Fred McGinn, Bruno. I think we're gonna go with that one.
But Pogba is the better midfielder. Let's just get that in as well.
Yeah, we're not assuming that. I think on form, I think I've got to put McGinn in there. Someone say Fred, Luis, Bruno, McGinn. Yes, I think he's an Arsenal fan, mate. I don't know why he's celebrating that one, mate. But yeah, we're moving that one. Let's go. It's going to be a typical one. What do we do? How do we fit these lot in? And it's going to be
Grealish on the left.
We can't even put a striker up there, because let's be honest. Like I think Rashford only makes the squad up front. Adam, what are you saying?
My issue is, oh God, Grealish obviously goes straight in.
Yeah,
I think Grealish and Rashford go straight in.
Yeah, of course. So we say Grealish on the left, Rashford on the right.
You could do. They can switch easily, can't they, between themselves? It doesn't really matter what side them two play on. They're both creative.
He's on form. He's on form at the minute.
But I think El Ghazi has been better.
Rashford.
El Ghazi's got 4 goals in his last 3 games. He scored a goal every 79 minutes in the league this season.
Nah, I'm not even putting him in. He's got about 3 penalties, mate. You know what I mean? Less than that, mate. Less than that. He's got 3 penalties, mate. Wolves, he's got to get penalty against Wolves, West Brom, and he's got to get penalty against, as another one. There's 3 penalties he's scored.
Right, let me see. El Ghazi.
He's definitely, I'm telling you, El Ghazi has scored 3 penalties in that time. Or 2, maximum.
Martial's not been playing well enough.
He scored a penalty against West Brom. He scored a penalty against Wolves, and that's it.
Oh, is it? Okay, 2 then. You know what I mean? Okay, I'll give it to him 2.
How many has Watkins got this season?
Well, goals, he's got 6 goals and he's missed 10 big chances as well.
Oh. So you could say Cavani's got 4 goals this season. 2 behind him, he's hardly played.
Yeah. Listen, Adam's in there.
But then you could say Cavani's out for the game.
Oh, God. Yeah, sorry.
That man's always on it.
We're playing FIFA here, aren't we? So let's go.
Oh, yeah. Man, you don't let anyone slip.
What are people commenting?
El Ghazi, Traore.
They're saying, they're going for it. Man like Zanos is saying Grealish, Watkins, Rashford. I think a lot of people are saying that. But when Bruno Sky never plays the last season, would just give us energy. Watkins, Ollie, Al Ghazi scored a belt against Palace. To be fair, he did score a belt against Palace. He scored against Chelsea.
What you're saying to me is that we're second in the league, and 2/3 of this team are Villa players.
Yeah, it's a weird one,
But they've got 2 games in hand, though. They've got 2 games in hand, though, Adam.
Yeah, but they've got to win them games, Saeed. They've got to win them.
Yeah. Okay, what are we doing now? I don't understand what we're doing. How are we going to go with this?
I cannot pick. I mean,
I've got to put Watkins in there. I'm sorry. I'm putting Watkins up front.
Just putting Watkins.
I just like the way he's played this season, man. It's been very, very... Aston Villa, he's made Aston Villa look so good, man, up front. He's been there missing.
But I think at the same time, Wesley and Samatta last year, anyone was going to be an improvement on them.
Yeah, true. He was also...
Someone just said in the comments there, is a great point. It's like, how many of these Villa players are you bringing into the United team right now?
Yeah, Grealish.
Yeah.
Centre back in there. I'll probably bring that Mengs in there as a left-sided centre back. I'll probably bring in.
You probably say Matty Cash over Wan-Bissaka right now.
Yeah, you probably would do.
But you've got quality in Wan-Bissaka, and he's not an essential, is he? So right now you'd say just Grealish, wouldn't you? Aren't really?
Yeah, but we're trying to do it on form, though, aren't we? You know what I mean?
Yeah, Grealish is pretty much every team in the world.
Yeah, you're trying to be nice. Trying to be nice to Villa just to not discredit him, so we can get the win.
Okay, we'll do this then. We'll put Rashford on the right. We'll put Grealish on the left, and then we'll put Cavani up top. Okay.
Cavani, he's not. I think because he's not fit or because he's suspended. Let's not put Cavani.
Okay, then we'll put Ollie Watkins in. Then it has to be Ollie Watkins. Then.
I think that's more fair.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got Martinez. We've got Cash, Conte, We got what's his
Conser.
name? Conser. We got Mings. We got Shaw. We've got Douglas. Would you put Fred? Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We said Fred
McGinn.
Fred McGinn and Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno, and then obviously Rashford, Watkins, and then Fingy, and Grealish. Give me your team stat man quickly before we kind of get our predictions in. Give me your team for the game against Aston Villa.
I think De Gea will be in goal. Wan-Bissaka right back. I think it'll be Maguire and Bailly. Left back, I think he'll go with Luke Shaw, just because Kelly started the other game.
Yeah.
Midfield, Fred, McTominay, and then a front three of Martial, Greenwood, and Rashford.
Okay. Adam, what are you going for?
Exactly the same.
Simple.
Yeah. I'm going to go.
You know what's coming, don't you? That's exactly how I would have picked it.
I'm going to stick. Yeah. I'll probably have to go with the same as well, I'm not going to lie to you. Probably going to stick with the same.
You want to see Donny come in, don't you? You really do, but you just don't see him coming in at the moment in terms of what all he needs and what he's trusting. So
Bruno. We forgot Bruno, didn't we? We forgot Bruno.
No, I think he said. No, I think he meant like in my starting 11. Maybe I forgot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bruno.
Bruno sits behind, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
That Bruno's the first name on the team sheet, like.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean. It's not thingy. And let's give you your score predictions. I'm going to go for. Listen, it's going to be another one. I think it's going to be a very entertaining game. I'm going for 3-2 United.
See, I think it's going to be a cagey game.
You think so?
I think we'll edge it 2-1. Hopefully,
2-1 United.
I'm similar, mate. I'm going for 1-0.
1-0.
I feel we've got a run of just get the result games coming in.
Absolutely, and
I think let's just end it on this: Grealish or Bruno.
Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno. Listen, he scored half our goals since he's come to the football club. I can't dispute that. He's literally offered us a lot. But would I take Grealish in the summer? I think that's probably our priority signing, and a centre back and a defensive mid. Free. I think
with the priority signing and this and that and this.
You know what I mean? I'll do that video in January. You know what I mean? I'll let you know in January. But yeah, man, that's been your match preview for the game against Aston Villa tomorrow at 8:00, Sky Sports. Yeah, man. Hope you've had a good year, man. It's been an eventful year, man. Big up to everybody who's been on the journey. You get me? A lot of us have taken off our paths and gone independently and done what, and it's been an amazing journey, man. Adam, what's been the highlight for you, man? You know what I mean, in terms of your journey and YouTube and whatnot. What do you want to say to the people?
Yeah, just a mad one for all the subscribers that have joined in on the channel. The contributions, a stat came up the other day. I pride myself on getting as many people involved as possible. YouTube sent me a stat saying I've replied to over 6,500 YouTube messages this year, so I'm just pleased with that, mate. And like I said, I have my phone-ins. I have a lot of subscriber involvement and giveaways and so on. And that, you know what, people have jumped on it, and it's been a whirlwind, mate. It's been an absolute whirlwind of a year from what we've had. And yeah, everyone just backing me and sticking with me through the crap times of no football and then football coming back. It's been good.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. STATBAINS, what's been the highlight for you, and what you're looking forward to 2021?
See, I don't know. Like as much as it's been a tough year, but it's been a mad year as well. Because I was looking at my Insta thing, 310.7 thousand likes or something over this year. I think that was insane. But then at the same time, like making videos with everyone, like you, Adam, Rance, Harry Pinero, Avellino, Flawless, like it's just been mad. And I'm missing bare names out as well.
Big up, man. Everybody's in the journey. All our members here. We've got another member here, CJ Socials. He says, you'll all be amazing this year. Made our 2020. Listen, it's all we can do, man. This is all we can do, man. You know what I'm saying? Happy New Year to everyone. Much love from the USA. Big up, man. Obviously, you guys are probably still early in your day, but yo, listen, come on, man.
What's been your moment?
Listen, man. Someone says, hey, confidence has been a moment.
Like
My
you've had
moments
a
just
couple
been
with
like,
rice and banana as well.
bananas, yeah, this everything, man. You know what I mean? There's been a
Mate,
goal.
toys, mate. Your toys, mate.
Oh no. No toys anymore, man. You know what I mean? We're giving that off.
Hey, mate, you got to have a giggle, mate. You know what's been good, mate? I'll say one thing: we've just kept it real, and we've had a laugh, and we've enjoyed it all the way through, mate.
Someone says Italia, yeah, it's been a crazy one, man. I
Go,
don't
yeah.
love the interaction, man. Absolutely interaction
Yeah.
with people. You know what I mean? The kind of, you know, the love I've been getting from everyone and the support. Listen, 2021, we're gonna keep moving, we're gonna keep growing, more shows, more kind of build up, more listen, just more everything, man. And I just hope that everyone has success next year. We'll keep bringing you content, we'll keep bringing you live shows, interviews, podcasts, whatever you call it, man. I think this government's locking us in for the next 4 months, so I think we're gonna have to just keep going, mate. Keep plugging away. Everyone just keep positive. You know what I mean? New year, new beginnings and whatnot. And yeah, man, just keep the faith, man. We'll be there, hopefully, meeting up with everyone, Adam. You know what I mean? And we'll see what happens, and we'll probably, hopefully, go back to the stadium, mate. Because sometimes I've had enough watching telly, mate. You know what I mean? I think it's just not the same as a feeling.
No.
I think,
It's
but
not,
yeah,
mate.
guys,
Yeah,
We belong at the ground.
Just quickly saying, like, big up everyone watching as well. Like, some of the messages you
Yeah.
get from like random countries is insane.
yeah, man, all over the world, man,
everyone.
all over the world, man, all over the
Can't live
world.
without them, mate. Can't live without the people watching.
Yeah, everyone, man. You know what I mean? Every single person, whether it's been like 100 or up to 1,000 people watching. Literally, we appreciate everyone who's coming on the channel. But yeah, my guys, I'm gonna leave you to it. Happy New Year. Enjoy your new year. We move on to tomorrow. Big game. Can United stay focused against Aston Villa? And can we be within
Goal difference.
Goal difference of Liverpool? Listen, guys, we move from 2021 in 2021, maybe. Guys, like the video, subscribe to That Central, and I'll see you in the new year. Take care, guys. Bye.